Hi students, in this recorded class, we are going to discuss how to solve a problem using exterior penalty function method. Okay, so our problem is like this. Example problem is like this. Okay, example problem, minimize f of x1 comma x2, that is a function in two variables x1 and x2, equal to 1 by 3 x1 plus 1 whole cube plus x2, subject to the constraints, subject to the constraints g1 and g2, and g1 of x1 x2 is equal to 1 minus x1 less than or equal to 0, and g2 of x1 comma x2 is equal to minus x2 less than or equal to 0. Okay, and the solution will be, so this is our nothing but you have to identify that this is a convex programming problem, CPP. Then how to identify that? Yes, this first of all, if this is a CPP, then you have to prove that this f and the constraints g1 and g2 are convex functions. In that case, how to prove it? Yes, we have, first of all, you take f of x1 x2, and here the function, okay, this can be split up by the sum of two functions f1 and f2, where f1 is x1 plus 1 whole cube plus x2. Okay, you know that x2, which is a linear function, is always convex. So this is convex, x2 is convex. And then we have x1 plus 1 whole cube. It is something like x cube. So if you draw the graph of x cube, you will get something like this. This is x cube graph. Okay, so in that case, this is also convex. So, and the sum of two convex functions, again a convex function. So f is convex, and g1 and g2 is also convex functions because these are linear. This is linear, this is linear, so these are again convex functions. Now yes, now what we will do is, in the exterior penalty function method, if you have we will proceed by, if you have the algorithm, you can refer the algorithm. And this algorithms is, you have to start from a initial design x1, and this initial design, actually, whether you have to finalize that, whether you can apply this exterior penalty function method or not. That you have to, first of all, you have to see that. So let me take the initial feasible point, that is x0 is equal to x1 x2 is equal to 0 0. So if you substitute, if you consider this as your solution, then if you substitute for x1 and x2, what you will get is this this constraint, g1 constraint, is got 1 less than or equal to 0. So this is wrong. So this is g1 constraint is violated. So that what you have to do, you have to, so the objective function f you has to pay the penalty for it penalty. So what is that penalty in penalty function method? So you have to transform the problem, right? How to transform the problem like this by introducing the function phi. Phi is equal to, and this is phi is a function of x and r k is equal to s f of x plus r k sigma j is equal to 1 to m and gj of x q. So this is our after transformation. Okay, so in the first step of exterior penalty function method, you have to choose a initial design of x, that is, let xk is equal to x1, where k is equal to 1, x1. Okay, and I have rk is equal to r1. So rk is r1 we have chosen, and yes, and I have this I am going to substitute for this gj of x, this term I'm going to substitute. Okay, and and we will find out phi of x rk is equal to phi of x1 r1, and I'm taking it as a general r. Okay, r can take any values, 0 to 0 to infinity, it can take any values from 0 to infinity. So I'm taking that phi of x1 comma r. Okay, and that's equal to 1 by 3 you will get, and f of x is nothing but 1 by 3 x1 plus 1 whole cube. So x1 plus 1 whole cube plus x2, yes, plus then this term. So for r case is r, and sigma j equal to 1 to 2 I have, because m is equal to 2, and 2 number of constraints I have. So gj of x, right, power q. Actually this q is by default I have already explained that we are taking it as 2, so 2. Okay, so and this gj of x is nothing but where this gj of x in bracket is equal to max, right, max of gj of x 0, max of gj of x and 0, right? So if you substitute this in the phi equation, I have phi, okay, phi of x1 comma r is equal to 1 by 3, okay, x1 plus 1 whole cube plus x2 plus r into max of 0 comma, I have the first constraint 1 minus x1, so g1 is 1 minus x1, 1 minus x1, okay, whole square, that is q, plus r into again max of 0 comma minus x2 whole square. So and yes, this is my phi function transformed, and I have, So the second step, I have the second step of this algorithm is to find the vector xk star. In this case it is x1 star. That means optimum solution for x1 optimum solution. That means you have to find out x1 and x2 such that minimizes our unconstrained optimization function phi of x1 r. You have to find out x1 star and x2 star such that minimizes the function phi. That is your unconstrained objective function phi. Okay, so part. Now you know that I'm going to apply the differential method, that is your Newton's method in finding this. Why? Because we have this phi of x1 r, phi of x1 comma r is again a convex function like this. Okay, it will looks like this. So for any convex function you have the condition for optimality, the necessary condition for optimum solution. I have the derivative of this function is equal to 0. So this is phi in two variables x1 and r. So I have sorry, not two variables, I mean you have to differentiate with respect to x1 means x1 and x2. X1 is vector x1, so you have to differentiate with respect to x1 and x2, so you have to apply the partial derivative. Okay, you have to apply the partial derivative. So partial derivative of this phi will be dou phi by dou x1, okay, equal to 0. That means, that implies x1 I have this, yes, 1 by 3 x1 plus 1 whole cube. That means nx raised to n minus 1. So 3 cancelled. So I got x1 plus 1 whole square. And I have square plus 0, okay, with respect to x1. So it is 0, x2 is 0. So plus 2r into maximum. That maximum will not change. So maximum of 0 and 1 minus x1. And you have to differentiate with respect to x1 this 0 and 1 minus x1. So 0 is 0, then 1 minus x1 you will get as into minus 1 and plus 0 again equal to 0. Okay, so this is our equation. Okay, anyway, so this is our equation 1, and here I have this equation as equation number 1, and yes, I will simplify this equation and I will get it as dou phi. Therefore dou phi by dou x1 is equal to x1 plus 1 whole square minus 2r maximum of 0 and 1 minus x1, okay, is equal to 0. So this is my equation number 2. Okay, and again I have the second partial derivative, that is dou phi by dou x2 is equal to 0, implies 1 minus, you will get yes, it has, first of all with respect to x2, so you will get 0, and so 1 you will get the final will be this 1 minus 2r into maximum of 0 and minus x2. So you can, if you can try for this result. Okay, you will get this, so equal to 0. So this is equation number 3. Now yes, two uh, these are my two necessary conditions for uh, for the optimality, in order to get the optimum solution, right? So these should minimize. So these x1, on solving this 2 and 3, on solving 2 and 3, you will get the optimum solution for for x1, that is optimal solution x1 star and x2 star, optimal solution. Okay, you will get the optimal solution. So in that case, x1 x2 star, in order to find out that, so optimal solution x1 star and x2 star, that minimize that, if you find x1 and x2 star, that should minimize the function, the unconstrained function, unconstrained objective function phi of x1 and r. Okay, in that case you have to take the minimum of, minimum of equation 2 and 3. Then only you will get the x1 star and x2 star that minimizes the unconstrained objective function phi of x1 r. Okay, so that means you have to take minimum of 2 and 3, means minimum of, if you apply the minimum function, so minimum of x1 plus 1 whole square. Okay, that means this. So if you apply minimum here, okay, minimum of this, if you apply, you will get two possibilities. That is minimum of, you will get x1 plus 1 whole square minus 2r, maximum of 0 and 1 minus x1. So max of 0 and 1 minus x1 you have. So if you take 0, then you will get an equation, and if you take 1 minus x1, then you will get another equation. So you can derive two equations from 2. So you can have these two combinations, that is minimum of x1 plus 1 whole square and x1 plus 1 whole square minus 2r into 1 minus x1, okay, is equal to 0. So minimum of x1 plus 1 whole square, so that means minimum of these two, that is minimum of this one first term and minimum and second term. Okay, if the first term is minimum, then you will get, if you consider that, then you will get x1 plus 1 whole square equal to 0. That means x1 is equal to minus 1. So x1 is minus 1 means you are again violating the constraint. You are again violating the first, this, again you are violating the x1 is equal to minus 1 means 1 plus 1 you will get here, 1 plus 1 2, so 2 less than or equal to 0, again this g1 constraint is again got violated. Okay, so that means you have to pay for another penalty also. So you cannot take that into the consideration. Okay, so that should not be violated. So in that case, you have to consider the second term, that means x1 plus 1 whole square minus 2r into 1 minus x1 is equal to 0. So you have to consider this, right? So if you consider this, then you have to solve for x1. You have to solve for x1. So suppose this is not violating any constraint, okay, then in such a condition x1, if you solve for x1, then that will be x1 minimum, x1 star, that is optimal solution. That we, if you solve it, you will get it as x1 is equal to minus 1 minus r plus under root r square plus 4r. So you can do this in your notebook. Okay, x1 star you will get. So this is our optimum solution for x1. Now you have to consider the second, right? The second one, that means minimum of this. How to consider the second necessary condition, that is dou phi by dou x2 equal to 0. So if you solve for this for x2, you can solve for, you will get the x2 star optimal solution for x2. But here also we got two possibilities. That means you have to apply the minimum of this also, the whole function. So minimum of this means you will get this, you can club 1 and 1 and this maximum 0 minus x2. If you consider 0, then you will get 1, and if you consider it as minus x2, then you will get 1 minus 1 minus 2r into minus x2. So you will get, so the necessary condition will looks like this: minimum of 1 comma 1 plus 2rx2 is equal to 0. Okay, so if you solve this, then 1 cannot be equal to 0. So the other choice will be 1 plus 2rx2 equal to 0. So you again solve for x2, then you will get the x2 star optimal solution for x2. That is x2 star will be equal to minus 1 by 2r. Okay, so you got x1 star and x2 star you got. So these are the optimum solutions for the x1 star and x2 star, the optimal solutions for the unconstrained minimization problem phi of x1 comma r, right? Okay, yes, so you will get I'm rewriting for x1 star, that's equal to x1 star, which is a function of r, because yes, I will tell you why. Minus 1 minus r plus r into 1 plus 4 by r power 1 by 2. So how you got this? You got this by from x1 star is equal to minus 1 minus r plus under root r square plus 4r. So you take r square outside the root, then you will get this. Okay, yes, and x1 star you will get this, then x2 star is equal to 1 minus 1 by 2r. So these two solutions for x1 and x2 both are a function of r, function of our variable r. So what the penalty function method says that as as r tends to infinity, okay, or at starting on the while we are starting the problem, okay, at the time of starting the problem, we didn't take any arbitrary we didn't take any value for r equal to 10 or r equal to 100, like that. We didn't assign value to this r. We have taken it generally, in general, an arbitrary value r we have taken. So what the penalty function method says that as r tends to infinity, then then x1 star and x2 star converges just to the optimum solution of the original problem, of the original problem. So this is our penalty function method, characteristic of penalty function method. So next, what you have to do for the solution of x1 star and x2 star for the original problem, for our problem, that is minimization of f of x1 x2 1 by 3 x1 plus 1 whole cube plus x2. For that we will get, if you apply the limit r tends to infinity, if you apply, then you will get the solution, the final solution of the original problem. That means for x1 star equal to limit r tends to infinity, x1 star of r is equal to, we'll get it as 1. We will get it 1. And if you apply the limit r tending to infinity, x2 star of r, then x2 star of r will converge to our optimum solution for the original problem, that is denoted by x2 star, and x2 star will be equal to limit r tending to infinity, x2 star of r, and that will be equal to 0 minus yes 0. And so the optimum solution, we got x1 star 1 and x2 star 0. And if you apply this solution to the equation number 1, that is phi of x1 r, if you apply, then you will get equation for x phi of x1 r. If you substitute for x1 and x2 1 and 0, you substitute, then you will get 1 by 3 1 plus 1 whole cube only, that's all. Okay, and the rest of the terms will be 0. Okay, after the, if you substitute for x1 and x2, so that will be equal to 8 by 3. So this will be our minimum value of original problem f, original problem f. Okay, so f minimum will be equal to limit, okay, equal to limit f minimum will be equal to limit r tends to infinity phi minimum of r, so that will be equal to 8 by 3. So this is our solution using penalty function method, exterior penalty function method.